I'm sure you've heard of someone who said that they've managed to settle their home loan or their mortgage bond like 5 years earlier or 10 years earlier or 15 years earlier, and you might wonder, how did they do it? How is that realistically possible? Are they so rich or what? And no, it's not about them being rich. It's about the secrets that I am going to share with you. Anyone can do it. Anyone can manage to reduce or to settle their bond much earlier. It's so possible and it's quite easy. So I am a chartered accountant by profession. My name is XIREN, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, you can please do so and support the channel. So this is what happens when you get a mortgage bond. Yeah, you got an approval and you are happy, and they tell you that this will be your installment. This is how much you'll be paying per month. So what most people don't look at is that interest rate. That interest rate, it influences a whole lot of other things. So that interest rate influence a whole lot of other things, as well as the loan term. It influences how much you are going to be paying per month and how much interest you are going to be paying. So when they give you that home loan approval, or they tell you to sign that home loan approval, know that from that installment that you are busy paying a month, most of it, especially in the initial years and the first years, most of it is just going towards the interest, because interest is how the banks make their money for loaning you that money. So how they make their profit or their return is by charging you that particular interest. So when you are paying your installment first goes to settle your interest, and then the remainder of the balance is what goes to reduce that loan that you have received from the bank. So let me show you an example. Let's say you are going to be getting a loan of 250,000, and then the interest that you are getting is 6%, and the loan term is 30 years, meaning that you have to be paying every month. So the bank uses something called an amortization table to calculate the installment that you are going to be paying every month. So they use an amortization table. So that amortization, when they calculate, it's going to give them the installment that you are supposed to pay every month. And then in this case, you are going to be paying 1,498.88. And then when you pay this amount, most of it is gonna go towards the interest. It will go towards the interest for the bank before it even goes towards what you are owing, or towards the 250,000 that you have borrowed. So firstly, it's allocated towards the interest, and then the remainder, that's the one that gets allocated to the principal or to the capital. So when you hear people talking about the capital or the principal, so that's the actual amount that you have borrowed from the bank. So that's what is, when you pay your installment, it reduces little by little, it reduces your capital balance. But every single month, know that there is interest that is accruing. So let me just show you further this example. So from my example, you can see that if you are paying monthly 1,498.88, you are going to be, at the end of 360 months or 30 years, you are going to have paid 539,595.47, and interest to it is 289,595.47. And remember, you only borrowed $250,000, meaning that you are spending more on the interest. And then when you look onto your annual amortization table, you can see that in the first year, you are paying more on interest compared to what you are paying towards the principal or the capital amount. So you can see that in the first year, it's saying that your interest is 14,916, while what goes towards your principal amount is around 3,070. And then you can see that the interest is going down and down every single year, because now there's more that it's being put into the principal amount. Once you are paying off your loan, little by little, you are paying off your loan, it reduces the interest that you are paying. That is why now, by the time that you are maybe in year 20, it says that your interest is 8,414, while your principal amount, or the amount that is going towards reducing your loan, it becomes 9,500 72. So it shows that when you are paying off this loan, now the interest is reducing. So you could even look at the monthly schedule, the breakdown per month. You can see in the first month what goes towards the interest is 1,250, while what goes towards the capital amount or the principal, it's only 248. 0.88. So you can say that it literally is going towards the principal, but you look in month 2, and then now the interest is reducing that you are paying because there's some money that has gone towards the principal amount. So you can see the interest is 1,248.76, and then your principal amount is 250,000. So you can see your principal amount, it's increasing every single year. Because why? Now the interest is reducing, meaning that there's more that's going towards, more money is being allocated towards the principal amount at the end, which is reducing your ending balance. So you can look into this spreadsheet until you reach year 30 or month 360, where you see that now your interest or your capital balance becomes 0. So on this table, you also have an option of making additional payments. So in our case, we are saying that we are going to be making an additional payment of $100 every month. So when you do make that additional payment, it goes and reduces that principal amount right away. So that $100 every month, it is reducing that principal amount right away. None of it is going towards the capital, no, towards the interest. So it means that it's actually saving you on the interest, because like you are trying to increase the speed at which it reduces the principal balance. That is why here, after doing the calculation, it will tell you that now your loan is going to be paid over in 25 years and 6 months. Remember, it was supposed to be paid in 30 years, but now you are paying it in like less than 4 years earlier. And then what you are saving in terms of the interest, you are even saving like 51,572. So it is even helping you save on the interest just by making those payments. And then let's say we are changing our monthly extra payment to $200 instead of $100. So now you are going to pay off your loan even much earlier, almost 8 years earlier, because now your loan will be repaid in 22 years and 3 months, and the interest that you would save is $86,233. And you can see that your total extra payments are $53,200. So you can see now when you are paying more every single month, now it does reduce your interest, and it also now reduces your loan term. And then now if we increase our extra payments by 250,000 or to 250,000, now you are going to settle this loan in 21 years, meaning that you are going to save 9 years. And then it says that you've saved interest of $99,751, and then the total extra payments that you would have made, it's the $62,750 over the term. And then also when you look at that graph, you can see that the portion that is in green, which is for the interest, is at 43%. It has now even become less than the principal paid. But remember, when we were looking at just the normal payments, your interest were higher than your principal paid. And then lastly, if you do increase your payment to $300 per month, you are going to pay off your loan in less than 20 years. So that will be 19 years and 11 months. And you are going to be saving interest by $111,459. Just imagine that saving of more than 10 years. So there's also another option of paying in lump sum. So instead of paying every single month, whenever you have money or you've gotten a bonus or something, you can just put in the money there. So in this example, we are going to say that we are going to be putting in $1,200 per annum every single year. And then this is the effect. You are going to save yourself 4.5 years in this loan, and you would have saved interest of $51,022. So So you can see that it also still works even when you do put in a lump sum. But let's say that you are going to be deciding to put in just a once-off lump sum. So maybe in 12 months you put in $10,000. So what it's going to do to your loan is that it will also reduce your loan term. Now you are going to pay off your loan 2 years, more than 2 years earlier. So it will be take you 27 years and 2 months to settle your loan, and you would have saved interest of $42,082. So you can see that every amount that you put into your bond, it goes a long way in terms of saving you interest. So you can also do the same exercise and maybe decide that you are going to be paying off your loan even bi-weekly. Just imagine how much you are going to be saving in interest if you are doing it even bi-weekly. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like the video, to subscribe, to share the video, and also to comment on the video. Stay tuned for more content like this.